Okay, so I'm here at Green Note with Nikki Lamborn from the band Never the Bride.
Hi Howard, how you going?
I'm good, Nikki. It's great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. Thanks for coming.
And we're actually at the interval stage of your show tonight, so we're
Yeah,
halfway through and it seems to be going well.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's nice to sit down actually.
Yes.
In these shoes, you know what I mean?
Yes, you've got shoes which I would describe them as a bit like the shoes in the band Kiss.
Kiss, definitely Kiss.
Yes, and the Gene Simmons style boots on there.
Yeah, a bit of chains, bit of skulls, got it going on, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and you are you enjoying the show?
Oh, it's great, yes. Yes, we're loving the show. I mean, we're big fans of rock here on Camden Town Radio, for sure. I mean, our catchphrase is keep rocking, so...
I love that. It's a nice surprise that you showed tonight.
We cover a wide variety of genres, but we always like to cover rock acts.
No, we have to keep it alive.
Absolutely, yes.
Do you know what though? Do you think the young people are sort of getting back into it a little bit?
Oh, I think so with rock, yeah. I think there's still a big audience. There's still a big interest in playing instruments such as guitars. So I think that gives hope to the future of rock because...
Please God.
Yes.
There was a time when, I don't know if you've seen that Bee Gees documentary called...
Oh, yes.
Have you seen it? How Do You Mend a Broken Heart?
Yes.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yes.
And there's a bit where they burn the disco records because that DJ gives them influence. He sort of says, go and burn your disco records. Well, I'm going to actually start up a campaign to get all the kids to burn their computers and let's all get back to people playing instruments.
Yes, back to rock, I think, yes. I mean, would you consider yourselves as a rock band? Is that...
Well, yeah. I mean, do you know, the trouble is when people try to pigeonhole you, it's really, really hard because there's so many sort of arms and legs to us, you know, it's
That's
like...
right, yes.
But whatever.
Yes, because you started off as a duo, is that right, with Catherine?
Yeah, and we wrote this out. Our first album was called License to Bitch, and it was released in 1991.
Yes.
And in fact, we went over to Los Angeles, and we were in A&M Studios doing that album. And we were really, really young, and it was really odd because we just couldn't believe what happened. It was John Coletta took us over. It was Deep Purple's manager.
Yes.
And Whitesnake, and. We were in this amazing studio, and we were in Studio B. Guns N' Roses were in A.
Oh, right.
And Stevie Nicks was in C, and Tracy Chapman was in D.
Wow.
And we were nobody. And we're in the middle of all these very important people.
Did you get to meet them all during the sessions?
No, got to meet Slash and Axl.
Okay.
And almost Duff, but he was so drunk, it didn't work.
So you saw him, but
and I wasn't there one day when John Bon Jovi came in to see the guy that we were working with. So that was, I missed that, but that was pretty special.
Sounds great days. Now, I believe you've also been to Electric Lady Studios in New York, is that right?
No, that was incredible. We did an album with Bruce Fairbairn.
Yes.
And no, he didn't do Yes. That was too prog for him. Stop it. No, but it was incredible. Like we just didn't know, quite what a hit is. But it was. We were with Universal at that time, and it was a bit surreal. Yeah. So it was next door to a shop that sold guns and knives.
Right.
And then you go in. It's very unassuming. And then you went, and all the things on the walls, all the murals of Jimmy that Jimmy so loads of people had gone in and done murals of Jimmy. He invited them in, and they were all beautiful in there. And Stevie Wonder was the first person to record there after Jimmy died.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And on the door of the men's room is the album cover of Songs for the Key of Life, which must be where he got the idea from, because an artist that came in and done that thing, the orange and the thing that I think.
Oh yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Right. And there was they had the studio cat that they called Jimmy, and if he hung out, he liked you.
Yes.
And so luckily he hung out. So.
All right.
So it was good.
Yes, actually speaking of those studios, I think some of the early Kiss recordings were at those studios.
Were they really?
Yeah,
oh my God, amazing. I thought I saw a mascara actually.
Okay.
There.
Yes.
That looked a bit ominous.
Have been theirs?
Well, God, that's like seriously long eyelashes. There's no way it's going to work for me.
Now, I must ask you, in terms of influences, what sort of bands and artists are you influenced by?
Everybody from Aretha Franklin, Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, right up to, oh my God, Stevie Nicks.
Yes.
I'm mad about Stevie Nicks. Bette Midler in the day when she did The Rose.
Oh yes.
That was the most stunning. That was the most stunning thing I'd ever seen, because See, Maggie Bell, I discovered Maggie Bell because I discovered... It was a really odd thing. My dad was a drummer in a big band, jazz band.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know about rock and roll. We just heard jazz and the Beatles, and that was it. So when I came to London and I met Bean, the keyboard player, she started playing me this Maggie Bell stuff and all of that. And then I saw the film The Rose, and I learned it was about this woman called Janis Joplin. I had no clue. And I was just completely sold. I just could not believe the passion.
Yes. Well, actually, that's a singer you've been compared to as well, I believe, by Roger Daltrey of The Who.
I know, that's pretty something.
Janis Joplin.
I know, and that's such a, I mean, that was quite a surprise, because we've supported The Who twice.
Yes.
But we were doing the Albert Hall, that was my dream.
Oh, yes.
In my whole life, as a little kid, if I ever, well, it's a long story, but anyway, if I ever did do that, that would have been, you know, something that I would have wanted to do. And that was the night that Roger said that, and there were tears. It was pretty. Well, my mum and dad were there, and they're no longer with us. So to have got to that point in your career where you are there, it was like I could have pinch me moments.
It must have been amazing. Yes.
Yeah, it was, and then and here we are. But you know what? We've played every toilet in every country in the world, and it doesn't matter where you're playing.
Yes.
You play the same energies you're playing wherever you play. Do you know what I mean?
You've worked your way up the traditional way, so you've worked hard on the club circuit and then gradually...
Dean and I used to do like 6 nights a week and a Sunday lunchtime. One year we did about 290 gigs, honestly, and we were the biggest duo. I mean, she was like Rick Wakeman. She had about 5 keyboards. We had like a big rig. It was huge, and it was brilliant. It was real rock. I'm going to give you actually one of our albums,
yes,
to pitch, because I'd love you to hear that.
Now,
Kenny Aronoff on drums.
Oh yes.
And Bob Kulick on bass, on guitar.
Okay,
that's the brother of the Kiss guy.
Yes, that's
and
right.
Then
Bruce Kulick, yes, that's right.
Yeah. So he's the brother of Bruce.
And you've supported Elton John, I believe, as well.
Yeah, that was at the Albert Hall as well.
Yeah,
that was amazing, and he was so nice.
Okay, you got.
I think it was after he stopped drinking, actually. He wasn't. But he was really, really nice. And at the end of the show, we all got on stage because it was a Pride thing.
Oh yes.
It was Euro Pride, and we all got on the stage. It was like Heather Smalls and just. Oh God, there was JK. Is it from?
Yes.
Yeah, and then there was Scissor Sisters blokes.
Oh yeah.
All them, everyone's up, and then so we're all singing this song, and the mic's being passed around, and then it sort of got to me, and I did a bit, and I goes to Elton, come on, and he goes, no, I'm going to the back, I'll leave it to you, and he was so nice.
That sounds great.
I'm a big fan of his mind.
Oh yes.
What a guy.
Yes.
I think he's a big. I think he's been a big influence on a lot of people, to be honest. I think he's underrated. People don't talk about him because of his decision in his sexual orientation, but I think he deserves more.
Yes.
Because this contribution to music is ridiculous.
Oh yes, certainly.
It's massive, isn't it?
It certainly has.
Every single song is like. Benny and the Jets, and I love,
I'm not sure if there's anyone in the world who doesn't know one of his songs.
No, I don't think there is, but it's not shouted out enough, I don't think, do you?
Maybe not, no.
We did American bases when I was 20. We did 3 months in Europe, all the American bases.
Oh, right.
And all the soldiers from, actually it was air bases, they turned me on to Heart, and it was Little Queen.
Yes.
That earlier album, and then it was then when they got. I remember being in the US when Alone.
Oh yes, that
was a massive hit, and wow, what a voice! I'd love to meet Ann Wilson actually. I mean, just to see them live. What a voice!
Yes. They have been over here. I'm not sure if they're coming again anytime soon, but they have. I'd be interested to hear you sing some of their songs because your voice did remind me of that.
That's really nice of you to say that, man. Well, when I got here, I mean, I was doing all right in Bristol, my hometown.
Oh yes, actually, let's just say for listeners, yes. So you're from Bristol, is that right?
Yeah, and I was just doing all the rounds. Like I was a hairdresser.
Oh.
I couldn't afford my rent, and the only other thing I could do was sing.
So that got you into.
So my rent was my rent was £25, and my wages were 18.
Yes.
As a hairdresser.
Okay.
So the only other thing I could do was sing.
Right.
So I was a singing waitress, and then I had a little band, and we won a competition at the skating rink.
Okay.
And
that's what got you started.
And I joined this band that was a sort of club band.
Yes.
I had to go around all these Legion clubs in Wales and the West Country and sing terrible songs. Although it cut my teeth.
Yes.
And the bingo was much more important than the band.
Right.
Sadly, but there you go. And so Vivian Stanshaw ended up being my manager at that time.
Okay.
Do you know the Thekla in Bristol?
The which?
The Thekla.
Oh,
it's a boat, it's a ship.
Yes, sounds familiar.
His wife owned it.
Oh, okay.
And now it's it's a great venue, it's it's an amazing thing. So we lived pretty much on that boat quite a lot, and he said to me, you've got to choose between hair and singing now because you've gone as far as you can.
Yes.
In Bristol.
Okay.
You can either be a big fish in Bristol and just be a big fish,
yes,
or you could go to London and be a tadpole again. So I came to London. Okay. My first gig here was busking in Covent Garden.
Oh yes.
I knew nobody. I slept on a sofa for 5 years.
Right.
And put 50 pences in someone's meter and clean the house for my rent.
Oh right. Well, I think busking it's a really
hard
good
work, isn't it?
But it's a really good way to get used to an audience. I found when
Yeah, I think so, and also all those years of doing that whole kind of playing to those people that can't wait for the bingo, get the band off. It's like, wait a minute. It's a shame they don't do that now.
Yes, I suppose there's not as many places to sing, opportunities to sing.
I don't think a lot of. I think that you'll find, to be honest, in the day, if you speak to any of those big rock, the bands like the Who and the Stones and the Beatles and all of those guys, they were on the circuits.
Yes.
And they were doing 3 shows a night.
Yeah.
And they were doing the same circuit.
Yes.
And those are the guys that have stayed.
Yes. They've got the distance, yes.
And you get the guys like these. I don't understand music too much today. I have got some favourites. I love Lewis Capaldi.
Oh yes.
He's got a great voice. He's got a lot of soul.
Yes.
I love Rag and Bone Man. I don't like it when he does the DJ things because he's so pure.
Yeah.
I just wish they'd let him be pure.
Right.
But I love voice. I just love talent.
Yes. Yes. And
do you think there'll ever be another Led Zeppelin or another Who or another? Do you think?
Well, there might be. Maybe there'll be a new generation sometime. Perhaps. You never know.
Are we wishing like and closing our eyes and clicking our heels and hoping like hell that?
I think so. Yeah. I think rock and roll's here to stay. That's for sure.
Well, I hope so, because we're actually on a campaign to try and get younger people to come and see us.
Yes.
Because a lot of our audiences are an older generation, and we've got to educate young people to listen to more old music, because it's just great stuff.
That's right. Now, speaking of that, where's the best place in terms of website for people to listen to your music?
Well, we're on Spotify, so first of all, we've got like...
This is with love from Gaynor.
Oh my God, I love it. Is that gin?
Yeah.
I love it. Who is it from?
Gaynor, the little Welsh lady.
Oh, Gaynor. Gaynor's just bought me a quadruple gin. Thank you. Neverthebride.com.
That's the best website, yes.
But, also Spotify and YouTube.
Instagram as well, I think.
Instagram, Never the Bride UK. Do you do Instagram?
I do, yes.
Can you teach me?
I put an Instagram out for you tonight to say that you're here, so you should see that flag up in your feed.
This is the bit where I kiss him. Thank you.
It's all right.
I've got to learn to do that. Not kiss, Instagram.
Right.
Look, but we do have to encourage young people to listen to rock music.
Yes.
But it's all the boys in the bedroom playing guitar.
That's
Are there lots of girls listening, do you think? Have you got your stats?
I think so, yeah. I think there's as many girls into rock as boys, I think, yeah. So I think there's still the interest for female artists as well to play guitar and sing.
No, it's not even about playing guitar, is it? It's about just getting out and rocking. No, it's about the Janices and your people. Have you heard of oh God, what's her name? Sooks, Diane
yes.
Sooks. What a voice! What a voice!
Yes.
And there's some amazing female vocalists.
Well, the voices are certainly out there. I think that's for sure. Yes, the voices are there.
Who knows about them? That's a tragedy, isn't it?
I think it's probably harder to gain recognition because, as we were saying, there's less venues.
Sari Shaw.
Yeah.
Amazing voice.
I think there's less venues you can learn your trade at now. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Yes.
And when we were younger, so much younger than today, rock and roll never finished.
No,
we finished when the last person crawled out the door, didn't we?
Yeah. I'm with Catherine now, the keyboard player. You're from
Hi.
Scotland, I believe.
Aye, I've heard of us up there,
Yes.
God's country,
Yes.
I know that.
Recognise your accent straight away, and
Yeah.
you're having a great time at the Green Note tonight.
Oh, we love the Green Note. I mean, it's just one of the best venues anyway. I mean, all through all the years,
Yes.
No tribute bands, real music every
Yes.
night, upstairs, downstairs, all original bands. I mean, what can you say?
Yes.
They've never sold themselves out.
That's right, yeah. So originally from Scotland, but you live in the south now?
Yeah. Just live in, well, we call it London Light.
Yes.
Kingston upon Thames.
Oh, okay, yes. But commutable.
Leafy Surrey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we better let you go, Catherine, because you're due back on stage any second now.
Nikki tell you that we're about to have a little bit of stuff going on in Spain too, our studio over there.
Oh, right, no, we didn't know about that, no.
Yeah. So we'll be a bit of back and forth between Spain and the UK because we've got building a studio over there.
Oh, right. Sounds a good project.
Yeah.
And I heard there's going to be some tequila in the second half.
There definitely is always tequila.
Right,
yes,
we'll look out
Michael's got it. Thank you, Harold. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Well, thanks so much, Nikki, for speaking to us tonight on Camden Town Radio.
Oh my God, I'm so happy that you came, Howard.
Well, it's been great to come to the show to see some proper rock and roll.
You're loved. Thank you so much. Please come to another show and come see the full band.
Yes, we'll look out for your dates coming up, and we'll be glad to come to another show.
You're loved, worshipped and adored, and you're a good kisser. This is Nikki Lamborn on Camden Town Radio, and I just want to say to you, keep rocking!